Awesome. Okay, today's class is going to be how to automate emails. So we've done a lot of how to create emails, how to automate them, and the philosophy behind moving them between stages in pipelines. That might be interesting because that's what the goal is to save time. This is we're talking about how do we buy back our time as ministry and business leaders, and this is going to be how to save time and how to know where people are in the pipeline. Nicole, do you know what pipelines are in stages?
Um, I've been playing around with the opportunities, so it's kind of like a movement of like prospect to a different stage in relationship.
Yeah, and what they have done. So with a tool like our tool, Kings Contact Pro, you're able to take and understand if the person has clicked on a link inside your email.
Mhm.
Um, did they even look at the offer? You might be able to see if they open the email, but now did they take the next step and click on the link that your offer was on? And then if they clicked on the link, did they purchase or enroll? Did they fill out a form to get involved? And that's what pipelines do and opportunities do. And it's super helpful when you're understanding, where people are.
Mm.
Let me share a screen here. So let's create a new pipeline. Okay, let's share a screen here. And just the value of a software like Kings Contact Pro is super valuable because you can see where people are in their journey if they've received your email and have they taken any kind of action within the email. On ours, we just send out a invitation to our supporters for our ministry, Divine Alliance, and to our students and clients. Hey, if you want to get involved in this 3-day weekend, we just had it last weekend with the Brilliance 2025 and Graham Cook and Dion and everybody. It was great. So now, how do you know if they've clicked on something? Well, you create a pipeline. You create, this is knowing if they've been enrolled. So the template pipeline just goes like this. Let's just call this campaign. We'll just call this fundraiser campaign. And you can create it. So it's got some placeholders in there. So when you go into um, your back end, you see opportunities and pipelines right here, and you create the pipeline. So now we've created a fundraiser because you're wanting to see where people are in their journey. So let's edit this. Did they come in? Are they a new lead? In for-profit, we often think of people as being leads, but we can have donor leads as well. So did they get contacted? If you're doing something where they're going to work with you and you're sending out proposals, you can do that. And did you make the sale? Is it closed? Is that offer closed and now they're a client? So you could do that. You could also say campaign email. Um, let's say you're doing a fundraiser campaign. Invite. You want to say, okay, they were invited to the fundraiser campaign. So you could have a thing that's where they've been invited. Let's say this one doesn't say contacted. Let's add a stage and then move this up here and just say you're offering them to get involved with a water, like what we're doing with Divine Alliance, raising funds for the water bottling program to be able to create sustainability on the school campus. So now, did they click on that link to look at the water bottling campaign? So water bottling um, campaign, click. So if they click on that, you can see that there's a stage that says water bottling campaign click. If they've clicked on it, you might just give them a phone call and manually move them into, yeah, I contacted them. And so let's say proposal sent. Is there anything, let's say we want to give them your 8-page impact brief that we've taught on how to create a little impact brief. Think of it as your like a pitch deck or something. You've got something that you can send them if they say, hey, yeah, I want to know more about your ministry. What can we do? And then if you want to just say, okay, you're doing this to see if they'd become a monthly donor, and then donation made. Let's just say that's as simple as it is. Donation made. So your pipeline for your fundraiser campaign can be as simple as that. Let me stop share. And let somebody in here. Awesome. All right, all right. Welcome, welcome, Mary. Come on in. Awesome, awesome. And so we're just showing right now how to create pipelines when you're getting ready to send an email campaign. You'll create pipelines because you want to know if they've been invited by email. Let's just say by email. They've been invited by email. You're sending out a water bottling campaign or whatever you're doing to raise funds for your nonprofit or your for-profit business offer. And then you've followed up with a phone call, or maybe you've texted them and booked them on a calendar. Let's say they want to learn more, then you send your 8-page impact brief, let's say, and then you can follow up and see if they've made a donation. And you can move these manually, or you can create some automations, and we'll briefly show you some automations, how that's done. So what you do when you're creating your email now, it's good that you've created an email and you've sent it out to your people, but what if you created that and you put it inside in a pipeline to actually understand, well, who actually opened the email, who actually saw that? I'm gonna stop share and just see if there's any questions around, well, what is a pipeline? I suppose I should show it from the opportunities pipeline view. Let me do that. Fundraiser campaign. Before I take any questions here, let me go back to that. So now we're looking at it from the pipeline view. So we have a fundraiser campaign. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages, and we're just seeing if this little fundraiser campaign brought anyone in as an opportunity. That's what it's called in the Kings Contact software. Opportunity is that opportunity to partner with them. Are they going to donate? So let's say they've clicked on your campaign inside your email, and you can track that. You've reached out to them, and then maybe you've sent an additional piece of information. They want to know more. And then you can see if they've made a donation, whether it's a one-time gift or a monthly gift. Okay, so I'll stop share. And so we're talking about how do you automate emails and get them through a system, but yet you have to have the framework first. What's the system they're actually going through? So that's what we're beginning to talk about. So pipelines and stages, what we're reviewing right now. And your donor journey, this is going to help you understand that potential donor, they may make a donation. How do you set it up in the pipeline? So any questions around what is a pipeline? What are stages? Can there be additional stages? Can there be less stages? There certainly can. Any questions around that, you guys?
So you can basically make a pipeline for anything, right? For email or for your website or for a certain funnel or.
Mm-hmm. You're think of it in campaigns. You're like, okay, so this is a series of things that I just want to see where my audience, where they are in the journey. I've just sent something out. It's always nice to see it within a campaign pipeline. So that pipeline is like, okay, I've sent it out to 300 people. Are there anybody that actually looked at the email? and clicked. That the key is the click. Did they click on it, and are they interested? If they did, and I have it programmed where I can see that someone clicked, and I have it send me a text message. Hey, this person clicked on your email. Reach out as soon as possible. Call them. Say, hey, I saw that. You engaged with our, let's say, water bottling campaign. Are you interested in finding out more, or what's interesting about that program for you? And you can just have a conversation. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So that is pipelines. Now there's a way to automate those things or just move them through the, look at me. Been working on the truck today. Had to change out a dead battery. Got my truck to go to coffee with a buddy and get to my truck, and it's dead. So I had my neighbor help me get to the auto parts store. Oh, messy though. But yes, so now that campaign can be followed. So let's look at, well, where do they click in that email? Let's just share what I did as an email on this last one and show you in the email, how do you set that up? Would that be interesting? Would you guys want to see how to do that inside the email? Yeah. Okay. So here it goes. I will go to, all right, showing you live here, just so it makes sense. And we can look at some stats. So here is when you're in your marketing on this left panel, you go to marketing, and when you're going to do emails, you click on this little emails right here. Remember last time we taught how to use the social planner, but we're in this tab called emails. And then now we've created some email templates. This is showing some open rates of different things that we've done. This shows it if you've done it through a campaign, but we're going to actually go to templates and see what's been done in templates. So here's some of the things that we've been sending out. We did an affiliate promotion. We worked with a ministry called Brilliant, and we sent these emails. So in order to do that, here's the invitation. And then for those that opted in, here's a thank you email. Then here's a nurture email for day 2 and day 3. And then if they did not opt in, if they didn't fill out the form, click and then fill out a form that they'd be interested in getting involved in the 3-day conference, we wanted to nurture them as well right there. And then if they were just invited, like they were invited here, they got one email as an invitation. If they took no action, we sent a second email. Invite, here's the nurture email. That's like a follow-up email, 1 of 1. Okay, so that's the email campaign, site, how you would set it up. Very, very simple. But here's the original invitation. And here's the email we sent. So we're working with the Brilliant Ministries and their events called Brilliance 25. And then we did cause marketing, because part of the proceeds from selling a $100 ticket to the 3-day event, part of a percentage of those proceeds would go to us, and then we use that to help fund the water program in Kenya. And so we described that. And so you set this up, you put this is a custom value, you put their first name in, and then you say, hey, what if partnership with you is already prepared? You want to step into God's partnership with what you're doing, join us for 3 days. And here's the impact that goes beyond your own transformation. So in an affiliate offer that you're sending to people, you can say, every ticket purchased fuels clean water education and church planting in Kenya through Divine Alliance. And you can use that for your own ministry. And you can say, hey, we're going to take some of the proceeds and fund what God's doing here. And then I embedded a can you update video? So that is in a link. You embed that little guy right there. Here's a YouTube link. So that is that. Maybe I should actually show, just pop it out here. So here's this will take you to the actual YouTube video.
Watch what eggs do to your brain. Take a look at these two brain scans. They both look young, strong.
We are watching. Okay, so this can be your video, and you can talk about what's going on in your world. All right. So now let's go back here. So that's, you can embed a YouTube link. Okay, I want you to see that, and then you can say, now watch what you could do. You could actually impact, our mission. Here's what's going on there, and then here's the ticket. Here's what it's about: 3 transformational days with Graham Cook. And then you put the button here for the event. Where does that button go? Now here's the trigger link. That trigger link goes to a form that will trigger and help understand if in fact it actually was clicked. So I have a click tracking automation here. This says the link, the affiliate link was clicked, and then now if that link is clicked, we're able to create that opportunity. This is in the pipeline, and we're going to say, okay, I get to understand their name. What stage is it in? So now they're in the fact they've opted in, they've clicked on that. Now we can nurture and send the follow-up emails on that. And it says find opportunity, so it creates the opportunity, but now we want that to move ahead into the clicked ticket link. So we're that ticket that goes to sell, this pipeline stage moves them ahead into that. So that's a second pipeline. Shows that they were invited, nurture. Now create an automation that finds the opportunity in our pipeline, the Brilliance 25 pipeline. It's got a contact ID. There's additional fields that you can add, opportunity name, and you can enter a value if you need to do things like that, or just let it be by ID. Let's see if there's another one. You can do all kinds of different things there. Okay, so this is just saying, are they in the pipeline? Yes, they're in the pipeline. Okay. All right. And then it says you put a tag on their contact, the person's name, email. You've got a little contact card in Kings Contact Pro. And then this tag is added to them that they actually click that. You can send yourself a little text. Hey, this person just clicked the ticket link at this time. You wait an hour and see if they've actually enrolled. And then if they hadn't, you can say they didn't opt in. So you can follow who didn't opt in and actually fill out the form. And then I put a wait 365 just to see who didn't opt in. So that's how you can track those links and move people. So if they've been invited by email, so if you've invited them by email, you put a little trigger link in there that shows that they clicked on that campaign. Hey, if you're interested in learning more about this campaign, put your name and email here, and we'll send you, let's say, we'll send you some more information on that specific campaign. And that will allow them to come in. So that is one way to do your fundraising. Then you can reach out to them by phone or a text and give them more information. Let's say you also send your 8-page impact brief to them, and then potentially they can make a donation just off of this one fundraiser campaign. So, okay, I've I'll stop share. And just to repeat what we've covered is, so when you can create an email and then send the emails out to your audience, and then to raise funds. Let's say it's a fundraiser like what we're doing for our water bottling fundraiser. So you can do more than just send the email. What if you knew who's actually curious about it? And did they click on a link inside that email? Now that's what the value of this CRM system is really showing you, that let's say those 7 people that actually clicked on the link, you get to call them, or you get to send them another text or an email. And that allows you to understand if they've clicked, and then you can see if they've moved on to, oh yeah, I'm actually going to sign up and look at the program. So you get a little slot, give them a place where they can fill out their name and email. Do you want to download this 3-page brief about our campaign? Download it here. If they've actually gone through to download that shows very high interest, and that will help you connect with the people that are really engaged with your mission. And so that's what we wanted to explain here. That, okay, last time we talked about how to create beautiful emails and the email template. That's good. But now how do you embed links that can track them, where they are, and their engagement through this pipeline, and you can automate that moving. So I wanted to give you a high level of what is possible within the system, and you get to play with that and learn that. So any questions around any of that and using emails and automating emails and the system? So we showed some of the workflow as well. There's more to show, but I just wanted to stop there, see if there's any questions. So Nicole, I'll just ask you, how could you see yourself using an automation and a pipeline for what you're doing?
I can definitely see using this to help my clients contacting the donors that have clicked, and to kind of, I could see helping them move them, like calling them or texting them and then sending the pamphlet, and um, helping on that end of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you start thinking like, oh, I got real visibility
Mm-hmm.
on, I sent out an email and I had 5 people or 10 people interested in that. That's really good. That is such valuable information.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's going to help you understand that. So let me ask Mary. Mary, did you catch enough of that to see what we're doing? Now we're creating automations and visibility to where are the people who've received an email, where they are in their interest. Does that help, Mary?
Totally, because my VA and I are working on loading things onto Kings Contact Pro. It's been a little bit of a hassle because of the previous platform. But we're beginning to really work on it, and I did not know how to explain to her your last teaching on the system. Is this perchance recorded? Because she's in the middle of the
Yes.
night.
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
I have many videos that I get to upload and record. There's a lot of editing, and my work day is very full.
I'm
So my
sure.
editing time is not, I've not been able to capture what we've done this last month. So, but we're
Yeah.
gonna get those up.
Okay. So if I reference, since I've been on this about 3 times now, going back as far as the date, she's smart enough and she's excited because she's used to using Go High Level.
Mm-hmm.
And she has captured a bunch of the stuff from the old website. My question is, I pull up everything I have as far as asset. That was way back 15 years ago, a cooking show, an enzyme,
Mm-hmm.
the way I do things. and then books, chapters, mainly what we do inside China.
Mhm.
And so,
But you'll be
okay,
able to share this. Yeah, thanks for saying that, because now you're going to be able to, because we have tons of memory that you can upload videos, you can upload your books, into the system as well. It's going to hold all of those if you want to do that. And you can do that, or like some of your videos, if you want people to start growing your YouTube channel, you can
right,
upload
okay,
them as even unlisted, like I do with some of ours. However, that exposes your YouTube channel to your audience, and then they can say, "Oh, okay, this one's a private video. Do you have any public videos I can watch?" And then start growing your YouTube as well. So that's the power of that. And this,
so now, if that's the case, I can probably put in to the website ongoing now.
yeah, you can put some posts, and so that's what there's a blog
But
area.
now,
Absolutely. So
okay,
hey, it looks like you'll be able to tell that they're engaging with your content that you're running through your website on Kings Contact Pro. You can have those types of triggers on the website. You can have them on your blog. You can have them in your emails. And you say, hey, you've been engaging. We have a way to score it. There's a way that shows how engaged they are. There's an engagement score that's built into Kings Contact Pro that you'll be able to see. You're in the top 10% of engaged people. We're going to do a weekend summit. I'd like to invite you to come out. It's $500.
they could ask questions.
All
My
right.
thing. That was
I
my
love that. There's so much that you get to do. Well, Kimberly, I see your hand. So when you're just getting your email started, you start loading your list, work with your 10 friends and family and start emailing in and out of the system. So you get it kind of warmed up, and you want to do 10 emails a day, start growing it,
That's what you were
and,
talking.
and letting Google know what's going on. So do that. I'm going to move on to Kimberly. Okay, Mary?
Sure,
Um,
absolutely.
and well, that's great. I'm glad you're getting so much progress. Kimberly, okay, you're next.
So I have a question. So I've been telling lots of people of everything I've learned in King's Contact Pro. Like we've talked that I was able to get that funnel done in a week, which is amazing to me because I've used like all the competitor stuff, except for I haven't used Go High Level. And
It's built on Go High Level, so the
I know
building
that,
blocks
but
are
I
the
was never
same.
able to get like a funnel done, like even in ClickFunnels. What a
Uh,
nightmare,
I
right?
used ClickFunnels for years. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
difficult.
it's a nightmare. And it's not as easy as he says it is. Anyway, so um in my other business, not the one I'm partnering with Rose, I have some potential ministry folks, and they're very interested in King Contact Pro. And I was just wondering, my question is, um, what sets King's Contact Pro apart from Go High Level?
Yeah, our additional software and what we're doing for our audience. So our focus is to help the nonprofits and the ministry leaders get their programs set up, just like what we demonstrated today. You weren't on the call, but we just showed how we created the pipelines and the funnels for a donation campaign. So these kind of things, that's our focus, is to help ministries save time, because we're, as a ministry, much more limited in funds and time. So what can we do to maximize the time? So that's why we're using, and I'm creating systems and teaching and coaching how to create the system that's going to save you time on fundraising. Or for the business leaders that are using their businesses, King's Contact Pro is great for businesses that are helping to fund the ministry that they're wanting to do. So we have people that have a business and a ministry, and they're using King's Contact Pro for both. So we're able to pair that together seamlessly and save them tons of time, and they get to learn a very robust, simple system,
Mm-hmm.
one piece at a time. That's what our focus is. We're built for kingdom-minded entrepreneurs and ministry leaders that also want to know how to pair the whole donation and working with sponsors side as well. So that's what makes us different, as well as the software that I'm building. I mean, you look right down there and you can see softwares right away the voice to text software, the funnel mapper, the content repurposer. That's an additional cost, but all of that is built in, so you can pair that with your Kings Contact Pro. None of these other agencies have things. They have different stuff, but ours is helping us save time with very many softwares. Plus, we have our Trailblazer Toolbox suite of software that helps you create content and do all the other things that we coded up. So that's what you get access. When you get access to Kings Contact Pro, you get a full suite of content creation and then delivery system for these types of ministries and kingdom focused businesses. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I have another question. How many URLs can you connect? How many landing pages and URLs can you connect to your account with King Contact Pro?
I have heard people do dozens of them, and I haven't reached the limit. I don't know what the limit is. So when you get to a dozen, let's just see. Let's go see as many as you can, because you can create your own funnel pages with its own URL, and you might have 20 different funnels. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think that it would be a problem because we have creative social solutions specialists, we have the Grateful Guardian, we have Clarity in 7 Steps, we have Chaos to Clarity Challenge. One day hopefully we'll have a book, and then we want the book to have its own landing
have a book
page.
funnel. Yeah.
Yeah, book funnel and all that stuff. Do you have an order of sequence of, as you start working with King Contact Pro? Obviously, you helped with the email automation on the challenge. We have a challenge funnel. And that's where we're starting. We're working on our second challenge funnel and some products and offerings and stuff. We're kind of building the website backwards from like the products to all the stuff. But do you have get these 4 things set up first? Like, do you have anything like that? Any suggestion? Or
yeah, the suggestion is get the website locked in, because if you're going to eventually want to see yourself get the texting approval from the phone carriers, AT&T and the phone carriers, to approve you have to have a website that explains and shows them that you're a legitimate company or business or ministry, and you're submitting your EIN, etc. So that creates that trust. That's a big so website, that's where we always go first. Get your 4 pages and then your privacy, and that's helpful. Your bank, when you're opening a bank account for a new LLC or a nonprofit ministry, they'll often ask for your website. What's your
yeah, I gave that to them.
So yeah, so that's good. So we always say website, and then get ready to send your first email. So download your list of 10 or 100 or 1,000 people into the CRM. We like doing that. Connect your social medias, because we've gone through the social planner. Connect your at least 2 social media accounts, your Instagram and your professional Facebook page for your organization. Get those connected for free. The next one, okay, what's the money plan? You're going to be able to sell your ebooks, your courses through Kings Contact Pro. So make sure your Stripe is connected.
That's done.
So get Stripe connected. So your Stripe is connected to your
I just have to figure out Stripe Connect for like splitting payments and stuff. But they can pay us right now. That's all we care about.
Good. All right. So
okay.
So those are some of the very first things. And then, like what you're doing, you started funnel first. Hey, we're going to just launch a challenge. So let's do that. We're not worried about the text messaging or anything, and let's just get the challenge and the emails out. So now create that challenge landing page, the way for them to sign up, create the emails that go out. So you're going to want
that's done.
You're approved, so here's your, approval. You're in, you're confirmed. And then here's the nurture for those that don't sign up, 3 emails or so. And then during the campaign, like what you got the campaign emails. Hey, this is what we learned today. Set that up in a timed sequence based off of the.
Do you have any training videos on that?
No, but we certainly can. And I can walk you through another training on how to do that. Let's see, we are out of time today, but maybe next Tune Up Tuesday we could do that, and I could show you how to set up your automations for an event. You're doing a 3-day event. So how do you invite to the event, and then those that have enrolled, how do you create that little sequence? I'll train on that. Remind me for next week.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Todd,
Good
what you
question.
just put together? Did someone else
Ma'am?
send it in? Is there any way you can send that through Repurpose Pro and create an instruction, a step-by-step instruction based on what you just said on what?
We could do a lot of things. What are you asking for? You want me to give you a summary?
Yeah, like I can't visually capture all that stuff but step by step is what I really need.
Okay.
And I was just thinking about, repurposing, take the video and just create the steps.
Yes.
If I'm
Yes.
understanding it properly.
Let's go through those steps. So this is like, how do we, like, what assets do we want in place to create this? Let's say we get the website in place, and then now what are the other things? Well, we're going to use this big CRM system, because really you're getting the websites for free. The CRM system is the whole thing that's going to run your communication. So the goal is to communicate and connect with the contacts that are coming in. So that's the whole value of this. This is letting your website be a 24/7 ambassador for your brand or your industry or your company. So yep, that's good. We'll see if we can put a little summary of all those startup things. You guys are doing great with it all. You're doing great. I love it. Logo is another thing, and you can just you can use AI and spin up a quick logo to get your brand colors, and then use our inside the Trailblazer toolbox, use our color extractor. It'll extract the 7-8 main colors of your logo, so you can understand how to set up the brand kit. We've done training on that, on the brand kit. And then that makes it very easy to build your pages based on your brand colors too. So that's a biggie. When you're doing your website, I need a website, go get that logo established so you have your colors established and set up the brand kit.
Todd, you said the videos were stored in Trailblazer. Is that a folder on our is that a training on our
So
training?
videos, so these trainings, I have many videos that we are still editing that are going to be inside a VIP course. I'm creating a Basecamp community. It's called Basecamp VIP, and it's going to have those training videos to do that. So all of this work you don't see behind the scene of the hours that we're putting in here to be able to create the trainings and get the program set up. We're creating a paid coaching community. It's going to be a number per month. In fact, drop a number in the comments of what value would a community coaching program will be in there once a week, and we may move this class into that. Like if you were gonna like get coaching with me, I mean, you guys are getting access to this, and we're $150 an hour. What would it be per month value to you? A number between 1 and 100, or 1 and 200. We have VIP communities that teach this type of software for $200, $250 a month. But I want to make it valuable to you and accessible to you as well. Drop a number in the comments of what would you be able to do monthly in a coaching community that helps you, create these $10,000 fundraisers, that we're looking together at your program, and, first come, first served on whose project gets to be looked at within that. So, all right, we have some 77, 49. All right, missing 2 more. If you haven't dropped anything in there, drop a number in there. From 1 to 100. I'd like to keep it under 100. Just make it accessible. All right, 50. Awesome. So we'll do something like that. We are still working on the program, so you get real return on investment on your skills, and return on investment certainly as you grow your brand. People are finding you online, and you have assets to share, right? You've heard the term, who's heard of the term income follows assets? Could be donation income, donation revenue. It could be earned income. Income follows assets. Yes. Okay. Income follows assets. So what this is doing, and there's a book called, where is it? There's a book called, I've got it here. I want each of you to go purchase this book. If you can find Daniel Priestley on Amazon, 24 Assets. I got this book all wet, so it's all messy. But there's funding assets, culture assets, systems assets, product assets, market assets, brand assets, IP assets. All right, 24 assets. He says, and he's a brilliant guy. Follow him on YouTube. He's incredible. Daniel Priestley, he's got his own YouTube channel. So think of what we're doing. So we want to be fundable. Our nonprofit gets to be fundable. Well, there gets to be assets in place. First one is the website. We don't get to claim, oh, I have a Facebook page anymore. No, we're graduating. That Facebook page is very important on the socials, but that's not our actual, hey, we're serious about what we're doing. We've invested in a website software, and we're able to send amazing emails out of it. And we've got systems around it so people don't fall through the cracks. And, we get to learn all of that. So business plan is a funding asset. So what's the business plan? Even on your campaign, we're doing a $10,000 fundraiser for our water bottling plant. And if you guys want to sew into that, go to divineallianceinternational.org and click on the clean water program, and let's get that thing funded this year. But fund business plan. What's the business plan? What is the valuation of that business, right? In for-profit business, there's a valuation on it. There's a structure. Are you structured? Yes, you're structured as a corporation. Some of you are a nonprofit religious corporation. Some of you are structured under an LLC, etc. Risk mitigation, what is that? So you get to see these types of things, systems assets, marketing, and sales. So as a nonprofit, you're like getting the word out. You're just marketing. It's just getting the word out. You're being an evangelist for your ministry. How do I get it out? Online. That's what we're learning here in Tech Tuesdays. I got 2 more minutes, so I got to go. So you have these things. So purchase this book, and you get 5 gold stars by next Tuesday if you buy it, and take a look at it and say, use it as an audit for your organization. So we're doing good things. Let's put them in a good vehicle that has the assets, so that the income, the funding can follow those assets. People are going to ask and want to know. So many of you have done a good job with getting your LLC set up, getting your nonprofit corporation set up. Good job. There's more to do right now. We're getting our marketing assets. How do people hear about us? All right, so that's what we're doing here. Okay, I'll end with that. Kimberly, you have your hand raised. You got something? Then you can say in
Just
one
one
minute.
thing that Daniel talks about is income producing assets, and mindset plus skill set plus tool set equals your assets. So all the things you're talking about, that equals your assets, and that's how you build generational wealth.
Amen. Beautiful, beautiful. Right on. Okay. Was this class helpful today? Drop a 1 in the comments. I hope these classes are inspirational and informational. If you need one-on-one coaching, get on to the accelerator. Our trail launch accelerator program's $997, and we'll get on phone calls with you during the month, 30 days. And it's been helpful to a number of ministry leaders and business leaders already. And we love working with you. And then we can focus right on what are you doing? What are we getting stood up in this 30 days? What campaign do we need to start? That's the value there. So good. It looks like it's been valuable. Awesome. Love you guys. Reach out if you need some help. We're here. All right. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you. Bye-bye.